Good morning. My name is Al Wallace. I'm your academic advisor, and I'm going to go through a short tutorial with you on how the academic plan for the Associate in Arts degree for accounting or business transfer, that is folks who want to transfer to a four-year school, works. So on the first page, your name goes in this block, the student ID goes over here in the top right hand corner, and then all the classes that we're going to talk about are the classes that are required for either business or accounting at a four-year college, the first 2 years being taken here at OCTC. So written communications is first, English 101, 102. Under oral communications, you can most likely are going to have to, if you're going to go to, most schools are going to require you to take COM 181, so that's one I would take if I were you. And for art and humanities, you're going to need one class in humanities and one class in heritage or history, which is the same thing. If you're going to go to Western, the humanities class that's required is PHL 120. Otherwise, if you're not going to go to WKU, then you can use this pull-down arrow, you can use a pull-down box under these yellow blocks. You can click somewhere either in the bottom right hand corner on the inside or just on the outside. Click it a couple times, you'll get a down arrow key. That down arrow key will then give you all the choices that are requirements, that are classes that will work for that section. So do this for humanities and then for heritage. And then down under social and behavioral sciences, at least 2 disciplines must be represented in this area and be different from the arts and humanities. Well, I know that pretty much all business area schools for four-year degree are going to require you to take Economics 201 and Economics 202, and so both of these will be considered one discipline, and then you can use the down arrow key to figure out the other discipline that you'd like to take. So let's go on down the plan here. Next section, you must have at least one course, natural sciences with a lab. It could be like biology, chemistry, physics, whatever. And you can figure out what class will qualify by using this, again, this yellow block. Click on it somewhere in this vicinity, and you'll get a list of classes that will qualify. Click on the one you want, and it'll appear in the block. Also, quantitative reasoning, the class that is most commonly transferred that you should shoot to try to take would be MAT 150. That's college algebra. Also for natural sciences or quantitative reasoning, you should probably take Stat 220. That's the class that I'm going to recommend that you take under that block. Now we've got 4 classes that are required down here. 2 of them can be either heritage or humanities or foreign language or social interaction, and the classes that will work, again, you can use the pull down arrow here to figure out which specific ones you want to take. Same thing for the next block. Again, same thing, heritage or humanities or foreign language or social interaction, again, for the first 2 blocks. The next 2 blocks would be, as soon as you find out what school you want to transfer to, then you want to figure out what pre-major requirements they have at that school and make sure they match up with what you're taking here at OCTC, and try not to take anything that you don't need to take. So when you find that out, then you want to, again, they'll be listed somewhere in one of these 2 blocks, most likely, and you can take those classes and to fill in these other 2 blocks. Now, the electives, the most commonly used electives for business and or accounting majors would be BAS 282, which is Principles of Marketing, BAS 283, which is Principles of Management, BAS 267, which is Introduction to Business Law, Financial Accounting, ACC 201, and ACC 202, which is Managerial Accounting. Those are the most common 5 electives that would go in this block. You could also put, if you wanted to, other ones like, for example, a computer class and or introduction to business class. But these are 5 that you probably want to make sure that you take. Also, at the very bottom of the plan, there's a little tab called Gen Ed courses. And when you click on that, it'll give you the list of all the general education classes that fit under all the areas that work on this plan. That's very good to know that. See, next page. Here's an example of what I was talking about as far as these pull-down menus. When you right-click somewhere, either on the bottom right-hand inside or just outside one of these yellow blocks, a down arrow key appears. When you click on the down arrow key, then you've got several choices of classes you can take. And when you click on any one of those classes, it'll then appear inside the yellow block. Now, here's a suggested Associate in Arts program of study by semester. The suggested classes you should take. It's only a suggestion. But the idea here is in the first 2 years, you want to try to get all your general education classes out of the way first. Take those first. So if you change your major, then you're not wasting any time. So here we go. I would suggest writing 1, oral communications class, again from the pull down menu, that whatever works there, a humanities class, a heritage class, which is history, a college algebra class, and you may have to take some prerequisites to get there, but that's the one they want as far as the one that'll transfer. That's the first semester. Second semester, writing 2, a social and behavior science class like psychology, sociology, whatever. But again, you can find them from that list when you click on that tab that I told you about, all the ones that will count. Natural science class with a lab, 1-hour lab. Cultural studies, again, I'll talk more about that in just a second. I'll just go ahead and talk about it. When you click on that tab I was talking about at the very bottom of the sheet, and you see all this list of classes, any class that is highlighted in bold and italics is a cultural studies class, qualifies for that, and you've got to have that at least one class in that area. Also, digital literacy. You can either take a computer class, or you can pay to take a short little exam, or to take an exam that see if you qualify for the digital literacy requirement. And then another class I would take in the second semester of the first year would be some type of pre-major requirement that you're going to have to take from the transfer school. So that's year 1. Year 2, the big picture is you want to take your major specific classes last, so that the knowledge is fresh when you transfer to that 4-year school. Here's an example of the third semester classes. So we got Accounting 201, microeconomics, a heritage, humanities, foreign language, or social interaction class, one of those. Same thing again, either a heritage or a humanities or foreign language or social interaction class. And then a pre-major requirement that's going to be, you're not going to have to do at your transfer school. And then the last semester, we really get very discipline specific, very major specific. Accounting 202, Econ 202, Stat 220, Principles of Marketing, and Principles of Management. Now, again, we go through when you're finished with all this, you let me know when we've got all the classes complete, and we want to make sure you've got your digital literacy exam either passed or the course taken, and also your cultural studies class completed. Let's see. Now, on the right-hand side of the plan, there are the signatures. And so, again, let's see, a digital literacy class, like I said, like, for example, CIT 105, or you can click on this box over here, and you'll see a pull-down menu as to what classes will qualify for that over on the right side where the signatures are. Also, cultural studies class, again, per list, and you can click on this tab right here. It'll bring up all the classes, all the general education classes, and the ones that are in italics and bolded are the ones that are cultural studies classes. Once we've got all that completed, then we need to get, for the final signatures, your signature and date, my signature and date, and then the plan is complete. Now let's see. Also, in order to maintain satisfactory academic progress, you need to, if you have a financial aid, you need to maintain at least a 2.0 grade point average. You also need to have at least a cumulative pass rate of 67%, which means you need to have taken and passed at least 2/3 of all of your classes that you take. And the third requirement to maintain your financial aid is that you must attempt no more than 150% of the credit hours required for a credential. For example, this degree is 60 hours, so you have to complete this degree within a total of 90 credit hours attempted. Also, some more basics about this plan. No 2-for-1. That is, a course can't be used in 2 areas of the plan. And if you take the same course twice, it can only be used 1 time on the plan. Now, you can transfer courses in from other colleges if approved by our registrar when she's given an official transcript. And then she'll tell you what is going to be taken in, what is going to be qualifying as approved, and also what they come in as. Oh, if you change majors, tell your advisor ASAP, that's me, and make sure the change is made in PeopleSoft ASAP, which means you want to check with the Start Center to find out what has to be done to make sure it's changed in PeopleSoft. Now, when all that is finished, you come to me, we get the signatures, and then you go with your plan that's signed by both of us to the campus center, and you go to the registrar's office and complete the rest of the paperwork for the degree. And I believe that's it, and I hope this has been very helpful to you.